Hi, everyone. Say hello when you get here. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art. I am sending out my text message right now for you guys to come on in and join me. And let me get this thing going. Today is New Technique Wednesday. Come join me live for New Technique Wednesday. We're painting an angel. Okay, I am here. How's everybody doing? Say hello when you get here. Say hello, say hello. Yay! Hello, Alyssa and Jackie. How are y'all doing today? So, I am here today to please ignore the mess behind me. It's super, super crazy, as you can tell. Let me go ahead and take me off of the spotlight so y'all can actually see what we're going to be doing today. So let me get a better one. This one's cracked at the bottom. Maybe this one will be better. Let me close that door. All right, so we have been working. This is week 3 of our ornament display. So week 1, we worked on the nativity scene. Week 2, we worked on the chapel. And week 3, I'm going to use this one because you see this one's all cracked up. I don't want to use that one. And week 3, we're going to continue this, and we're going to have like a little series. And this one is going to be an angel today. Okay, so I am excited about painting this because I haven't painted an angel in a really long time. And I think it's time for us to paint an angel. So let me say hello to a bunch of people. We have Candy and Michelle and Glenda and Nadine and Carrie and Elaine and Connie. Thank y'all all for being here. Hi from Florida. Is it Laura? Laura? Beautiful name. Leona. Hi, how are you? Hey, Michael from South Carolina. I'm so glad y'all are here today. I'm kind of far away right here. Let me bring me in just a little bit. Okay, so let's put these 2 up here. Now remember, we're working on, these are some little tags that my husband and I make. Actually, my husband makes them, not me. And they are the perfect ornament size. They are the perfect shelf sitter size. They are 7 inches tall. They are 3.5 inches wide. And we cut them, and I think they're about a little bit more than a half. They're probably close to 3/4 of an inch thick. And so they stand perfectly. You can use them as an ornament, which is what I've been doing. You can use them as a shelf sitter if you have like tier trays. You can use them for so many different things. Let me turn my heater off. Yes, I have my heater on because we are we have some cold weather here. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start. Hello. I can't wait for mine to get here. Miss Glenda, they are on their way. They have been shipped, and actually all of them have been shipped. So if you ordered some tags from me, they are all on their way. All right. So let's go ahead and I don't know. I'm going to make this up as we go, but I am going to try to keep the see how we have like the little Christmas trees on the side. The theme is the background is like a night sky. Okay, so we're going to paint this with that same color, which is what we call Payne's gray. It's like a really, really dark blue. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start by doing that. And this is such a fun project. You don't have to make them to all match, but I felt like we were onto something here when we were making these. And everybody loves nativities. Don't worry about all this other paint on my palette there. I was working on something else earlier. So the only color that I really have on my palette that we're using right now is this Payne's Gray. Now, this wood, I'm using all acrylic paints, okay? This wood really soaks up this paint pretty well. So I'm going to add a little bit more. And let's go ahead and cover this baby up. I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors. So if you paint with me, you know that I use this Payne's Gray a lot. And to be even more specific, I had somebody ask me last night, which Payne's Gray do you use? Because there's all different kinds of Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray, P-A-Y-N-E-S, apostrophe S, is named after a person, an artist. His last name was Payne, and he created this color. It's actually like a smoky blue. Okay. So I say it's a navy blue, but if you go and you try to buy Payne's Gray in the store, you will find a huge variety of Payne's Gray, just like you would depending on, whatever brand you end up buying. It's going to be a little bit different. But my favorite Payne's Gray that I have found so far, and I have a lot of them because I try them all, the one that I love the most is from from Jerry's Artorama, and the name of it is Creative Inspirations. And look, see the little sticker right there? It says Payne's Gray. So that's my favorite. Now, we can do a whole tutorial on just Payne's Gray because there's so many different varieties of it. But that's about all I'm going to say about it today. All right, so the back of my tag is super rough. So I'm just trying to kind of wash the back of it. And by wash, I mean I'm adding a lot of water to my paint so that it seeps into the cracks on here. Now you can sand this down to where it's not so rough. But the last batch of wood that we bought, the back side was really rough on them. And the front side is really, really smooth. So we're just going to fill in all of this. And that's the back side. You can do reversible if you want. And that's kind of why I'm painting the back side, so that if you want to do something reversible, you have the whole thing painted. All right. So there's our first coat. It almost looks black, I know, but it's not. You can see that it's actually got that navy blue tint to it. Okay. All right. Yay, Michael, you got yours today. Anyone else lose connection? No, Lee, we are still here. Y'all, there is a spot of sun coming through. Y'all see that line? I think I just put paint all over my face. I'm not sure. There's a spot of sunlight coming through. See that line right there? It's super, super bright. Okay, so I want to stay with the same kind of look as our Mary and Joseph. All right. So before I start creating my angel, I don't know. Let's think about, what do we want to do? Do we want, since both of these have the splatter, do we want to have splatter back there before we create our angel? Do we want to do that? I'm looking for a paintbrush to do that with. Do y'all want to do that? Hello, Miss Sister. Hello, Donna and Faye. Miss Faye says, I know you're through talking about it. Let me close this blind some more to get that sun out of my eyes. Hang on one sec. I would, Miss Faye, I would use just blue and black and a little bit of white. So the black and white's going to make the gray, and then the blue is going to, just like a regular blue. The blue is going to add that tint to it. So I would definitely use black and blue, just make like a navy. But I think that's why they came out with a Payne's Gray, because it's really, really hard to make. So now you can buy it anywhere. All right. A star. Speckles work for me. Splash it. Yes, I think we should. Maybe add a gold star. I will. Yes, we're going to have a gold star at the top so that they match these. But let's go ahead and do some splashing first. Okay, some spackle or speckle or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to make some white paint, like really thin, and just going to spray it like that. Okay, so that's going to be step one. I'm going to clean off my paintbrush. Now let's go with that gold color. I think it's close to this color, right? All right, so we're going to put a star on the top close to this color. Let's see. I think I might use the hole right here to kind of make like the star kind of beam down. So instead of being an entire star by itself, like the whole top, bottom, and sides, I'm going to make it just a little bit different. And I'm going to use this as the center. And then I'm just going to kind of make it look like it beams down. You might have to put a couple of layers because this yellow is like very transparent. Let's add a little bit of white to that, and that's going to help the yellow be a little more opaque. And I'm just using a liner brush, just a liner brush to get these strokes going. Yeah, you see that's a much prettier color coming out. All right, I'm concentrating a lot. My hand is shaky today, so let me kind of hold my hand. My hand is extremely shaky today. I think I had too much coffee. That's probably the problem. All right, so I'm going to use that. It's not perfect at all, but I don't like perfect. Perfect is not in my vocabulary. Okay, it's going to look better, I promise. Trust me here. Let's go with this one. Super long. I am very shaky today, y'all. You know how some days you just have a steady hand and other days you can't seem to get it right. All right, I'm just extending them a little bit more. You know what would work too? If I take a palette knife. Watch, I'm just going to show you just so you can have an idea. If you're as shaky as I am, then sometimes you just need to use something else to make a straight line. And I'm going to use a palette knife just to bring this line down a little bit more. I know a lot of that's going to be covered up, but I'm just giving myself a lot of room for my star here. Okay, so I kind of like that. That's going to be pretty. All right, now let's go on to step 2. Step 2 is I'm going to focus on my little Mary and Joseph here, and I am going to let's go ahead and start with the face. And the face I'm going to make just like a, let's see, I have a warm gray, like a flesh tone. I'm not really going for a peachy tone, like a Caucasian person. I'm just going for a basic flesh tone, very similar to this. It's almost on the grayish, brownish side. Let's go right about here. We're just going to make an oval. I'm just using a small brush to make an oval. All right. Elizabeth, you baked us some cookies? Thank you so much. Oh, you are so sweet. I know you've been working on those cookies for a while. Yeah, it's hard, Miss Faye. It is a little bit harder to paint the on wood. It is. It's a little bit harder to paint on wood, I'm not gonna lie. But I love painting on wood. I just love the smooth surface of wood. I'm going to grab, maybe I have it in here. No. I'm going to grab, I have kind of, I'm going to grab like a bluish. See the color of Mary's veil? That's kind of the color I'm going for. So I'm going to grab a blue. This is called light blue. I mean, pretty basic, right? So we're going to use a light. This one's actually called light blue too. So they're both almost the same exact color, just a different brand. And I'm going to use this small little flat brush. Now, this paint is nice. Let me show you. See how on the back of this paint tube, this is a Master's Touch brand. See how it says opaque? And it's colored in like it's a black square. That means that this paint is going to cover really, really well, even just on the first application of it. Okay, because it is a very opaque paint. See how well it's covering? I love those kind of paints. So I'm just going to make just kind of like a robe, just coming down. Isn't that color beautiful? I'm going to make it come down really far. All right, can y'all see that okay? Okay, I really like that. Let's almost make it, I'm going to make it just kind of dry brush at the end right there. I don't want it to look like a mermaid. So let me not go out. I don't want to go out. I'm going to fix that. I don't like that I did that. I'm going to go straight down. So I'm covering up the blue that I went out with because I don't want it there. Okay. So that's the best thing about acrylic paints is what you just saw happen right there. That fast I can fix my boo-boo because I let the paint dry and it's back in its original form and it just goes straight down. Whew, that was close. I almost made a big boo-boo. All right, I'm going to put another layer of this kind of like this tan color on the face just to make it a little less transparent. Okay. Let's work on some wings here. Let's go with white, kind of just a basic white. Titanium white is my go-to white. All right, so I'm going to use some titanium white and let's get a little crazy on our wings. Let's use a palette knife. And I'm thinking I'm going to make my wings. I'm going to give you just a little bit of an idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to go, let's see, maybe I could go like this and come back around. I'm just kind of drawing it out right now. Does that look pretty good? So let's do that again on the other side. All right, so I'm just kind of giving myself a guide. Oop, that one's not high enough, so let's go a little bit higher. I'm just going to come back around, kind of like a heart is what I'm doing. So that's about the same. Let's go in right here and then right across here. Okay, that's kind of the design that I'm going for. All right, so it's going to go a little bit off the sides, but that's okay. All right, let's try this. Let's take our palette knife and let's scoop some white and let's pull. And I'm going to pull to kind of make it look like some wings. So I'm just going to pull, pull, pull. Let's go down this way. Now I'm going to show you, I want my strokes to be consistent. So this is what I mean. My strokes are going to, I am right-handed and my strokes work really well when I am moving to the right and down. So down to the right, down to the right, down to the right. So I'm going to turn my piece to continue going down to the right. You know what? Let me look at a picture of some angel wings and see what I'm trying to do here. Okay. That's a good picture right there. So the bottom of the wing is going to come out like this. Let's do it this way. And I want those strokes to show. I like those strokes. It looks really cool to me. Okay, almost like a butterfly wing. All right, now let's turn her upside down. And let's try to do, we might add some gold to her. I think gold is going to make her come to life even more. So I need some more white paint. Let me get some more paint. This white paint is kind of thin. I'm not really caring for it that much. I do have a thicker body white paint that I should have grabbed, but we're just going to go with it. The white paint that I'm using is Master's Touch Liquid Acrylic, I think is what it's called. Let's see, I want to try to make this look about the same. Let's go back up here a little bit higher. It's about the same there. Y'all see how close to the end I'm holding my palette knife? Because I'm in that mode where I want to have a lot of control over what I'm doing. So I'm holding my palette knife like really close to the edge. All right, I'm just going to come back in here and just kind of shape it all out. Let's bring that a little bit closer. Okay, not too bad. I think I want to come down a little bit more. Let's come down just a little bit more right here. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Now, when I look at it in the camera, I am going to, it's not perfect, but I'm going to come back in here and straighten up some of her robe. I'm going to add just a little bit of white in there. Let me grab some gold. Let me see what I have. Let's see what I have in my stash here. Do I have any gold hanging around? Like a metallic? So far, so good. Yeah, she does look like a butterfly, huh? We're gonna help her out. We might give her a halo and some hair and do all that stuff. Let me see if I have a metallic gold up here. Oh, look at this one. This one will work really good because my paint is still wet. I think I'm gonna add. I bought this because when my son was getting married, I had to make the signs for their wedding, and this is one of the colors that we used in their wedding. So I have this big container of like a liquid gold. Y'all see that? All right. So let's have some fun here. I do not even think this is acrylic, is it? Metallic, brilliant metallic lust. It's from folk art, but I do not even know if it is. It doesn't say it's acrylic. I don't know. But you can use just regular paint as well to do this. So this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to keep the paint really, really, oh my gosh, this is going to make me happy. This paint is going to be really, really watery, kind of. And I'm going to try to like outline some of her wings, like kind of like put the paint on top. And I'm doing this wet on wet, so you know I have to be really careful. And I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to just let it drip. I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Let's go around the edges. Going to give it kind of like an outline. I like it. So you can use just like any color you want. You can use metallic, gold, metallic silver. You don't even have to do this part if you don't want, but look how cool it's coming out. This is going to be super cute. Okay, so I'm not trying to keep it symmetrical or anything. I'm just having fun. Adding a little bit of gold to her. Let's put some on the star. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, it's very transparent, so that's nice. A little bit on the star. What do y'all want to do with her face? Not her face. I want it to kind of resemble this, so we're going to do a little bit of that black outline too. Do we want to give her hair or a halo, or what do we want to do? Oh, look how pretty. Let's put one more little spot right there. All right, let's clean that off. Look how pretty. So it's really thick. Look how thick the paint is on here. You can see how it's super thick. So we're going to have to let it dry, of course, before we can do anything else with it. So some hair, okay. Hair. Oh my gosh, I love it. We can get that same effect. Hairy bottom a little late. Praying hands. That's a great idea. Okay, so let's do the praying hands and then we'll do the hair. So the praying hands are going, I'm gonna take a little bit of this darker blue. Just a little bit of the darker, like the Payne's gray, and mix it with this lighter color. And I'm going to give her like a little bit of a like her robe has big arms is what I'm trying to say. I know I'm not sometimes it's hard for me to talk and paint at the same time. So I'm going to give her some arms, and I'm making them a little bit darker so that they actually show. All right. And this is probably what I should have done. Let me go back and fix that a little bit. I'm going to make her just a little bit lighter and a little bit longer. And then I'm going to come underneath and put some darkness, and that's going to make it look like a shadow. So my paintbrush has too much stuff on it. Let me add just a little bit of water. Okay, now it looks a little bit better. We're going to outline that with the black in just a minute. Just a little bit of texture down here and right up here. Okay, now let's put the hands. I'm going to go back to that little tan color. And I'm just going to put like a line right there. All right, she's got some long fingers. Okay, let's give her a little bit of hair. So I'm going to go with maybe let's put the brunette in her. Where's my burnt umber? Here it is. I'm going to put just a teeny bit of burnt umber on here. I'm going to get a pretty brown. We're going to make her have long hair. All right. Okay. Cutesy. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of black. Now you can use, see how I did on here? I put that black on. You can use a paintbrush or you can use just black paint. I think I'm only going to use black paint because I'm a little nervous. Did I say paintbrush? You can use a paint pen or a paintbrush. I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't listen to me. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm going to use a paintbrush, but I think when I did this one, I used a paint pen. And so I'm just going to come in and make a little bit of those little areas shine out even more. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that. Now, this is going to be hard because it's still wet, but once it dries, it'll be easier to do that. You can give it just a little bit of that black. It's totally up to you if you want to do that or not. But just have fun. Have fun. It's hard to get that black to show right now because it's so wet. But, ta-da! I think we're done. I think we are done. I don't like the gold up here. I think I'm going to make it that yellow again and just go back over it a couple of times because I like the yellow better. I think it matches better. All right. So now we have a set of ornaments. Aren't they cute? I love them. She's going to be super cute once she dries too. I have to let her dry. So what do y'all think? Do you like them? Give her what? I can't see what it says. Give her some praying hand. Okay, I already did that. Very pretty. Can't wait to receive my tags to start. Yes. So you can, and notice what I'm doing after they dry. I'm taking my sander and I'm sanding around them to give it even more of that little rustic flair to them. See how cool that looks? So I really like that look. All right. And I put a layer of sealer on top too because I find that it makes it, you know, during Christmas time, that's probably the only time I like shiny stuff. And especially when you're going to hang this on your tree, it's going to be super cute. Look how pretty she is. I really like her. She came out good. So, all right, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming on today. Yay, Michael. Yeah, it's 7 inches tall, and you buy the strips. If you want to buy your own, yeah, go ahead and do it. DIY it. So I buy these strips at Home Depot. No, I think I got them at Lowe's. And they're called furring strips. They're 1x4s. If you go in the store, it's a 1x4, but it's technically it's 3.5 inches wide. It's not really 4 inches wide. So, and then yeah, we just cut them into 7-inch pieces and we use them. And I sell a lot of these in my Etsy shop as well. So yeah, have fun. And don't forget to show us what you make and show us your angel and your nativity and your chapel. If you make any of these, remember I have the free acrylic group. Okay, it's called Jensen Art Free Acrylic Painting Fun or something like Jensen Art Acrylic Painting Fun. I think that's what it's called. So it's a free group. You can post all of your paintings that you do with me in there. And every Tuesday, we have a Share Tuesday post that you get to go in and you get to post any kind of paintings that you're working on. And there's a lot of activity in there. So go in and join us in the free group. And I cannot wait to see your pieces. Y'all have a blessed day, and we will see you next time on New Technique Wednesday. Bye.